everyone, and welcome to another episode of Ark Devotions. Now, where I last left off, we talked about what happened after Noah got off the boat. Well, we're going to talk more about that, so, apparently, you all wonder what happened? Well, after Noah and all the animals and his family got... Oh, sorry, that scared me a minute there. After Noah and his family got off the boat, God blessed them and told them what he told Adam and Eve in the garden: go forth and multiply. And all the animals went to different areas to where we now know them today. But people wonder, how did kangaroos get to Australia then, or how did all sorts of animals get to different places with the ocean being there? Well, back then there might have been different ways of getting over, such as like a land bridge, or some, like maybe back then there was a land bridge from the receding waters. But he also told us one thing. Now let me show you an example. God put the fear of man into the hearts of animals. That is why whenever you see an animal and you take a step towards it and it bounds off, runs away from you, that's because God put the fear of man into it. Which is why, let me show this as an example. I don't know if he'll run away or if he'll just attack me. Which is why, or better yet, I better show this. Yeah, which is why, when an animal such as this, Gallimimus here, let me see if I can do it. So as I was saying, that is why today, if you... Let me see here. Yeah, that's what an animal is most likely to do whenever you see it. Start bounding away and running. That's why they run. God put the fear of man inside of these animals, and inside all animals. But he gave the animals one condition. Well, he gave man another rule, that aside from putting the fear of man into the animals, he also gave us the option to, basically, that is why we can also kill and eat the animals today. We can have meat, and like that, God provided that in our diets now. After the flood, we are allowed to eat meat. That's why we can have like pigs, cows, and like that for like part of our diet. But however, he also gave one rule, that we must not murder, because murder is like one of the ultimate sins in this world, and to murder another person is like murdering someone in the image of God, because we were basically made in the image of God. Oh, hold on. Sorry, I forgot to turn the timer on. And that is also why, if you've ever heard of like some animals that have an appetite for human flesh, such as certain incidents like the lions of Tsavo, or times when there's wild animals that kill humans and stuff. God had a special rule for that, and it says, men killing animals must die, and any man who murders shall be killed. For to kill a man is to kill one made like God. So therefore, if a predator or another animal kills a human being, the animal itself is to be put to death, because that animal also committed a sin. And that is why, in some instances, whenever a predator or something attacks a human being in the wild, not out of like defense, like a mother bear protecting its cubs, or a person stumbling on a territory, but like if say a cougar has a taste for humans and decides to prey on them, therefore that animal must be put out of its misery. And so, after God gave this rule, he also did another thing. He also made a promise to everyone on the planet Earth that never again will there be a worldwide flood. And to show this promise, let me see if I can find one here. Sorry, I'm trying to look for something here. Let's see. Oh, there's gotta be a rainbow around. Oh darn, oh well. So, sorry, if you wonder why I was going near the waterfalls, they usually appear over there. Or better yet, this is something I can... So, to show his promise, God used the rainbow. And nowadays everybody knows what the rainbow means, like pride and like that. But no, originally, rainbow is a sign that God will never again flood the earth like he did before. There would never be another worldwide flood. Now, let me go back to where I was. And so, whenever it rains and you see a rainbow in the sky, that's God showing us that he will never again flood the earth. But shortly after God made that promise, that is when a little situation happened. Basically, I think from here Noah was under a bit of stress because he actually purchased a vineyard, and then let me see if I can show you what he did. He purchased a vineyard, and then he ate some of the berries here. I'm just doing this as an example. And then after he eats some of the grapes that were in the vineyard, that was when he started feeling a little bit drunk. And when he did, all he did was just find a place to... All he did was go back into his tent and fell kind of fast asleep. And he didn't know it, but he forgot that he did not have any clothes on. He was basically naked. And then he didn't know it, but Ham, the father of actually, I did not know this. He was the father of the Canaanites. Saw his father naked there and got his two brothers like, hey, we need to do something about our father here. You got to see what happened here. So they all got this big cloth and decided to just cover him up, just cover up what happened, his nakedness and like that. And then when he woke up, from his drunken stupor, he learned what his younger son had done, and cursed him for seeing him like that. I mean, I don't blame him, but he cursed him for what he did, and told him that the Canaanites, that Ham's descendants would basically serve would serve his older brothers. Would serve Shem and Japheth. They would basically share the They would basically share. They would not share, but they would become slaves to his older. They would basically become like, They would basically become slaves to. He would basically be slaves to his older brothers. Sorry, I'm just over here. Uh-oh. He would basically serve his... Oh, no. He would basically be slave to his older brothers. All because he saw his father naked. And basically, by doing that, he basically sealed his own fate. And then, so the Canaanites from the New Testament are now, and so guys, and so from that we learned what happens when you see such things and what happened after the flood. Until next time, see you guys next time on the Ark Devotions. Bye-bye.